Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Wickscraft. Today we're going to start things off over at the game, so I'm going to head over there. But in the meantime, I wanted to talk about what we're going to name that thing. So for right now, I'm just going to start calling it Journey, I think. I think that's just a very broad, overarching sort of way to say it. I got a couple other ideas. I was thinking maybe Architrek. So let's go over to Journey. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start actually filling in some of this circle. I've gathered up some resources, and I'm going to try to get some dirt and some of the pathways in, and then we'll come back and talk about a little bit what's going to be going in the middle. So let's go real quick into a little time lapse, and let's get some of the pathways and some of the dirt filled in, and we'll be right back. There's just nothing like a blank canvas, don't you think? This is about as close to a blank canvas as you're gonna get out here in Minecraft, and boy do we have a lot of work to do. But let's just take a look at this real quick. The outside I have filled in, the inside I've left open because there's gonna be a big floor in there for the building that's going right here. Some of you, if you know anything about architecture, might have a little bit of an idea of what is going to be going in here based on the shape of this thing. We're going to talk about it. The building I'm going to be working on in the middle here is going to function as just like the central main point. There's going to be a map in there. It's going to serve probably some other function as well. Still kind of working out the details of how that's going to work, but also it's going to be like a pass-through for all the different sort of levels and being able to get throughout this map a little bit easier, because otherwise you'd kind of have to run around the circles and everything. So that's going to be kind of the purpose of this building. And what is the building that's going to be here? Well, the building is called the Pantheon, and it's one of the most famous buildings in Roman history, but it's actually still standing today. It was built around 2,000 years ago. Gets a little more complicated than that, but I don't know if you remember this, but at the beginning of the season we did a little segment called Time Travel with Travi. And I think this is a good opportunity to bring that segment back. It was actually the very first episode that we did that. So I'm going to ask y'all to just buckle up a little bit here, because there's quite a bit to this building, and it's a pretty cool one. So you're going to want to hear about this. But while I get building on this thing, let's talk a little bit about what this building is, what it means, where it came from, and then we'll come back and see how much we can get done on the actual build itself. So the Pantheon was first built around 27 BC by a guy named Marcus Agrippa, who was actually the son-in-law of the first Roman emperor, Augustus. The name Pantheon comes from the two Greek words pan, meaning all, and theos, which means gods. The original Pantheon was destroyed about 100 years after it was built in a fire, and then rebuilt by a dude named Emperor Domitian. Then, about 30 years after that, in around 110 AD, it got burned down again. Seven years after the second fire, a guy by the name of Hadrian became emperor. And he was really into art and architecture back in the ADs, so he decided to rebuild the Pantheon again to act as a temple for Roman gods. While Hadrian ordered the building to be built, no one really knows who designed it or the exact amount of time it took to construct. But our best guess is that the construction took about 5 years for the rotunda, the round room in the middle, and another 5 years for the dome that goes over the building. The round, dome-like structure of the Pantheon was the largest of its kind ever built at the time. The walls are up to 20 feet thick in order to transfer all the load of the dome to the structure and into the ground. This structure has remained standing for almost 2,000 years since it was reconstructed by Emperor Hadrian. The Pantheon influenced architecture of many other buildings throughout history, including the United States Capitol building. Throughout time, many famous royalty, artists, architects, and other Renaissance figures have been buried there. The Pantheon is still used as a church and tourist attraction to this day, and it's the only Roman temple that's been in service for 2,000 years. Alright, here we are, right here at the front of the Pantheon. I have finished building the exterior of this entire building, and I got a lot more to talk about with this. But before we get to that, we're gonna go to... Excuse me! We're gonna go do a little exploring with Shorty and Rank. Enjoy these clips of us going around and checking out some of the new update stuff, including the Pale Forest and the Trial Chambers. Okay, give it a second. Don't move too much. Oh, we're in!
I didn't move.
Oh.
There's just a bunch of trees here.
What the heck? Is this just a floating tree right there?
Yeah, I'm gonna chop it down. Ah! Oh, never mind, it was a leaf. Or should we get a heart of one of those things and hide it in Justy's case?
I'm gonna do a little walk around. I found one. Go up to him. Oh, he sees me.
Oh, God.
Oh.
His particles go to the tree he's at. Yeah. Oh, there you go. So his heart is up in that one.
Stay. Gotta keep line of sight here.
God,
Yeah.
around the corner at it. There you go. It fell.
Oh.
What does it say?
It's a creaking heart.
Perfect. Nothing happened.
How about this? Yeah!
Oh,
Yeah!
he's looking at me. Do you think he can hit me from 2 blocks up?
I don't know, we can find out.
Ready, go.
Oh, he came after me!
That was scary. Let's do it again.
How's everybody doing? Hang in there.
Spring! Yeah!
Woo!
I'm brown.
Who wants it? Woo! Oh, I got the good key. What'd you get?
I got.
Oh, yeah! You got the heavy core.
Oh, is that how we made the base?
Perfect. Okay, ready to go. Oh, I got a key.
Ah! Just keep hitting things.
Gotta get those breeze rods.
Just keep hitting things.
Oh, I got a good key. Oh, I got 2 good keys.
Heck yeah!
Out of the same one. Yeah!
Oh, what's this one? Oh, another good key.
Yeah!
2 good keys.
Yeah! That's 2 each. I mean, I don't know who you are. Who wants it? Yeah, shoot each other. Yeah, shoot each other. It's a death triangle. Ooh. Ooh. Good keys. Ho ho ho! I'm going. Reevaluating. Unlock an ominous vault with an ominous trial key. Ooh. Diamonds.
Whoa.
2 diamonds and a notch apple. Anything good?
I got another armor trim.
Nice. Come on, baby.
Core. Heavy core.
Armor trim.
Oh.
Ooh, that was a pretty good one though. Oh, key came out.
Oh. There's some more. There's some more. Music disc, emerald, fractal.
Is that a good one right there? Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, I got one more fancy key. Come on, baby. nothing.
What the heck? Whoa, whoa, ah! What's up? Oh yeah, I'm invested. Oh, she's okay. Oh, she's okay.
Oh, oh,
I'm
oh,
in
oh.
peace.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a battle. I got blue. Hey!
Just run around and hit stuff.
Yeah, but don't hit me.
Run around and hit stuff. Everybody hit stuff.
Go! Come on, baby. Give it to me. No. Multi-shot!
Please be kind.
What is it?
Density.
Ooh. Oh. Okay, it was pretty good.
Oh, I
It's
fell in
not
the
what I'm
same
looking for.
spot.
All right. A lot of pressure. Oh! Hey, another potion. That's good.
I'm gonna need.
We'll take that. All right, guys, it's time to take a look at this thing. But before we do, I just want to say this build took quite a long time, and I was doing it over the holidays, so apologies for it taking a little bit longer to get this video out. But I think it was worth it because this is probably one of my favorite builds that I've ever done. And I'm excited to show you guys. Okay, so we're gonna start from the entrance at the portal. Grand entrance right here. You can see I've got blue flowers on all these. No, I'm just kidding. This is this is totally temporary. But this is the view you're gonna get from coming out of the portal. So I want to try at least sort of give you that idea. It's gonna be somewhere over here, not necessarily in that exact location, but I want to have like a little bit of a reveal when you sort of walk out. So this is the entrance. Wanted to mention also that this entire thing is built to scale. So what that means, if you guys don't know, a Minecraft person is 2 meters tall, about 6 feet in the Imperial. Oh my gosh. Oh, hold on. Hey! Excuse me! Okay, well, that problem took care of itself, I guess. Anyways, as I was saying, Minecraft people are about 2 meters tall. Each block is considered a meter, and so that is what we kind of scaled this thing off of. Basically, every block being 1 meter. So the diameter, for example, of the dome on the inside is about 43 meters from side to side. And it's about 43 blocks. The idea is that this would look like it would look when you walk up to it in real life, hopefully. So kind of put yourself in that position and think about it like that. So this is what it would look like walking in the entrance when you first approach this building in real life. So let's start up with the up close, and then we will talk a little bit more about the outside. So we'll start with the inside because it's not completely finished. This is literally just the shell of the building, and even just this part took a long time. So the inside is going to be another huge grind, but that's coming next. But we did get the floor in, and the floor is actually made up of colored marble chunks. In real life, these are like geometric shapes. In real life, there's circles and squares, but it was really hard to get that to kind of work out in here, so I kind of just changed the colors up and put some light in here. I think it's really elegant, I think it looks cool, and we're gonna go with it. So really happy with how that turned out. So the other thing to mention here is that the inside of this will have, basically there's a separation between this outside portion, this outer wall, which is basically the structure, and the interior envelope, which is a little bit different, and I'm going to also build that as close to reality as possible, but that's coming later. That's going to be, like I said, another big deal. So let's go ahead and go outside and take a look at this thing from out here. So as you can see, we've got all these pathways coming out and around. That's so that the players can walk around the different buildings that are going to be sort of in this initial circle here, and they're going to be kind of all scattered around the outside. I'm going to probably start over here on this side, and we're going to put like a tutorial building right here, and then some other buildings coming in around here, and then this one back here, these 2 big ones back here is going to be the bank, and so that's just kind of initial plans for that, but we kind of got that laid out right now, so all these paths I think are looking good. So starting up close here, let's just take a little bit of a look at what I did with some of these blocks. So the palette that I used was stone bricks, cracked stone bricks, tough, andesite, this is light gray wool, and some cobbled deep slate. So basically I'm paying a lot of attention here to the lighting, and so what I'm trying to do is where there would be, corners and moments where there's like a lot of overhangs, We've got a little bit more dark, where like shadows and stuff would be, and then in some of the more open areas, I'm going to like the andesite and the light gray to like highlight a little bit of like that open part, seeing more sun and sticking out a little bit more. I really tried to do my best when I was building this to make it look as close to the actual building as possible. I wanted to be as authentic as I could with this one, because this is really a cool building and I didn't want to take away any of the features. However, there are a little bit of some minor differences, just in order to make it kind of look right. I also changed the colors a little bit. In real life right now, it doesn't really look exactly like this, but the color scheme would have been basically just like straight white with a little bit of gray, which could have been cool, but I don't think that was really the vibe I was going for with this. A little bit more ominous, a little bit more Roman feeling. As I kind of go throughout the different buildings on this game, there's going to be some where I build them in the time that they were actually constructed, and you know, like the glory of the days when people would actually use it for what it was intended for and stuff like that, because there's gonna be a lot of historical buildings in here. And other times, you know, maybe I'll build it as if you're going to visit today and it's like all run down and kind of messed up. So I think this was meant to be more sort of when it was in use, when it was really in pretty good shape. As you can see, I've got like a little bit of water damage kind of coming off of these little lips and stuff as we sort of go around, and there's a little bit of difference in the texturing. Overall, I think it kind of makes up a pretty good idea of what this thing would have looked like. So then going from like the sides of the building to the dome, these walls right here are seeing a little bit more shade, obviously, because of this overhang. But when we kind of come up here, you can see I went a little bit lighter with the dome, and that's because there would be some, you know, probably weathering. And if you actually look at it, the top of it has been a little bit more sun damaged, and it's a little bit brighter than the rest. And so you can kind of see that difference if we come out here a little bit, that the top is a little bit brighter. It also kind of changes it up a little bit, so it's not all the same, which I really like. So this is all, you know, pretty bright around this ring right here. And then I also, at this little separation right here, kind of started dark and then worked my way up to light with like a little gradient right there. So that's kind of what the top is looking like. I'm really happy with how that turned out. And, you know, the shape of it and everything I think looks awesome. And so super happy with that. The other thing to talk about here is this giant hole in the middle. That's called an oculus. That was something that is actually in the real building. And so, you know, made sure that was there. Also, it's kind of cool so you can fly in and out. But yes, that is meant to be there. I didn't just forget to do that hole. But let's go ahead and do a little fly around. So here it is in all its glory. Like I said, there's going to be a bunch of other buildings kind of going around it in all of these different spaces. Everything's going to have different functions and be used for different things, but this is the big central location right here. This is going to be where the map is at. It's going to have some rules. It's going to have places for players to put their items when they're playing the game, stuff like that. But we'll get into a little bit more of those details in the next episode, because I'm planning on next tackling the interior. Right now, it's just the shell. But this thing took a long time to put together, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. Let me know what you guys think, and if you're excited for what's coming next. So, also real quick, I just want to give a huge thank you to Rank and Shorty for helping me gather some resources for this, and then actually helping me build a couple parts of it too. I'm going to need all the help I can get on this project. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're enjoying these videos, make sure to hit that like button, and if you're new, don't forget to subscribe. But I appreciate it. I'm looking forward to the next build, and I'll see y'all next time.